Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Tom Swark. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to make a fresh start online. This is something I've seen some people asking about, so I thought it would be a good video topic. So guys, one of the first things I would recommend doing is removing your IRL information from various data brokers. Now, this is something you might not be aware of, but there are tons and tons of websites out there that collect your information and pretty much host them for people to find them. So let's say someone finds out your real name, they just go to one of these websites, enter in your information, they'll be able to find your phone number, your address, and even your family members. This is probably one of the biggest scary things about privacy on the internet, is that until people realize it, people could find anything about you as long as they know your name. So we're going to be kind of discussing, why you probably shouldn't tell people your real name, why you should use email aliases. But one of the first things I recommend is removing that information from those websites. The problem is there's around 100 to 200 different websites out there, and doing it yourself would take a lot of time. Now, it's certainly possible if you feel like doing that. If you do have no money, you can email 200 of these websites to request them to remove information and thereby correspond to that many as well. Let's just say it would take a lot of time. There are different services out there that will do this for you. My one that I like to use on the channel is Incogni. The reason being is it's $78 a year. Also, they have a monthly plan, and it's roughly half the price of some of the competitors out there like Delete Me, which you might have seen ads for as well. But Incogni is my chosen product on the channel. If you use my link below, you should be able to get it for this price on the screen. I'm not sponsored by Incogni in this video, but it is my top rated option. So this is the one I recommend. Like I said, you don't have to use a tool like this. It will just save you lots of time. And if you're new to the internet, you're not familiar with these websites, this is the tool to use, since it will automatically work for you. You just say subscribe for a couple months, maybe even up to a year. That's why I recommend the yearly package, and it will remove your information from all these different websites. So that's step one, remove IRL information so people can't harass you or dox you or kind of get at you in real life. So that's definitely number one thing to start with. Next up, I would recommend maybe even getting a new email address, and I would recommend using a privacy friendly one as well. You don't really want to be using Google and stuff like that, especially if someone's gotten access to some of your previous accounts or something like that. It's better to start fresh. And my recommended one on the channel right now is going to be StartMail. Why do I recommend StartMail? Well, it's the cheapest one I've found compared to some other some of the competitors like Proton Mail. It's only $250 a month, especially if you get the yearly plan. Use my link in the description down below to get this deal, just like with Incogni. The reason I like this one, like I said, is that affordable price tag, but also it gives you 20 gigabytes of storage for plenty of storage. It's a little bit more generous than some other options out there. And a key feature is this unlimited email alias feature support. I'll go ahead and show you what that is right now. The way this feature works is that you could create personal aliases or kind of like fake email addresses. You could sign up to things, and then if you want to delete that alias, you will no longer get the email. So this has a two-step kind of solution. On one hand, it will prevent spam. On the other hand, you won't have to give out your real email address. And the nice thing is it does both of those things at once. StartMail lets you create unlimited. It even lets you create burner email aliases, as you can see here. So that's definitely a really nice feature. And as far as I know, this is the only email service that offers unlimited email alias support. So definitely a very good way to kind of start fresh and to keep fresh, not having to make a new email ever again, because you could just use this email alias feature. A couple other things about StartMail that I like is it's very easy to migrate from other kind of applications and email services. They have a lot of helpful guides and tutorials on the website, so definitely very solid to check out. I'll be putting a link for this in the description down below. Another thing is that this one has been around since like 2013. It also doesn't offer a free plan, which in my opinion is a good thing. We saw from Skiff what happens when email providers offer too generous free plans. Either something like Google, which collects all your information and sells it, or something like Skiff, which doesn't charge anything, and 2 or 3 years later they don't sell your information, but they sell their entire product offering, and you just lost your email account that you've migrated everything to. So stay with something trusted like StartMail, in my opinion. Link in the description down below. Now, I would say probably the next step is deleting your old accounts. This could be anything from Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, anything like that that hosts public information about you that you probably don't want accessed, I would recommend deleting those accounts. There are also tools out there like redact.dev. Now redact.dev is a pretty cool tool. It will log into all your accounts for you and it will start deleting posts, comments, likes, replies, everything. This is probably the fastest way to do it. But again, this is the service I recommend. It's very easy to go through all your accounts and delete stuff. You don't even have to delete the accounts. It'll delete everything on the account, although you can also delete the account. But with some services like Reddit, for example, if you delete your account, it's not always going to delete your comments and things like that. So I would recommend a tool like this if you really kind of want to get a fresh start. Again, I'll be putting a link for this in the description down below. To get, any possible discounts that link might give you. So the difference between the free and premium plan, well, the premium plan lets you delete stuff older than 7 days. So you really do kind of need this premium plan. I would recommend it. But again, you could also try the free plan if you just want to see how it works and maybe upgrade later. Or if you want to, you could painstakingly go through all your different comments and stuff like that on Reddit and delete them hand by hand. So yeah, I still think this one is recommended. Unfortunately, if you really want to get the cleanest start, you probably are going to have to spend some money, unfortunately. Unless you don't really value your time, then you could just spend all the time doing this all yourself manually. It's just going to take a lot longer. Now, next up, I would say you probably do want to make some new social media accounts if you do plan on using social media. That means make a new Instagram, make a new Reddit, make a new Discord profile. And when you make these new profiles, make sure to limit what you share online when using these profiles and who you're sharing them with. Additionally, you also want to use aliases. Let's say someone doxed you on one of your old social media platforms. You probably don't want to be contacting that person again. You want to segregate out these new kind of social media accounts and aliases from your old ones. So you kind of need to start fresh. You really do need to start fresh. So that way anyone you talk to going forward won't be able to find out who you are. So definitely use aliases. Let's say your name is John Parker III. Maybe your name could be Parker John II. I'm just kidding. You really do want to make it something random. And there's even websites out there to help you randomize kind of cool aliases. So you might want to check those out as well if you're not feeling very creative. Lastly, guys, you probably do want to adjust the privacy settings of your social media profiles. Depending on the one there is, it kind of can be a little bit confusing on a case-by-case basis, but basically stuff like Instagram, you want to set private. Facebook, you can also do the same thing, set private. Discord, you can also make it so you can't receive messages and stuff like that from people you don't know. When you're in public Discords, also be careful on what you're clicking on, stuff like that. You kind of want to just try to maximize the privacy allowed, at least in all these social media applications, as much as you can. So that's definitely something to do. Definitely do that as well. Like I said, it kind of can vary from case by case basis on the app. So you might have to look that up, how to make Instagram private. I'm sure there's some kind of article or something like that. Same with Discord. So definitely do that. All right, guys, this was just a quick and easy video listing out some of the steps you might want to do. It might require a little bit more research on your end and some work. All right, guys, let me know what you thought of this video in the description down below, and I'll see you again very soon.